I'm on my bullshit this morning, talking shit basically because I'm now getting paid to do content for people. The audacity. The audacity. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like, out on this in person. I've never been there. I've never, for all of us. And it's sad and depressing. Hey, hey, friends. Welcome back. How we all doing? Another week, another rant. I'm on my bullshit this morning. I don't know if you saw my post from earlier this week, which, I just don't understand some people's like mindset. Sorry for my voice. I feel like I sound a little different. My allergies are killing. Earth is trying to take me out. Earth is trying to take me out. Okay. So just prefacing this episode with that. I don't know if you saw my post where if you're not following me on social media on Instagram yet, what are you doing? Amanda Yoa Comedy. Finally changed my name. No longer it's Amanda Yoa. If you want to look me up on the Instagram, it's Amanda Yoa Comedy. Okay. I got a few people in my DMs that were like talking shit basically because I'm now getting paid to do content for people. The audacity. The audacity. So if you saw the video, it's a video of me with big bug eyes and big lips. You know, I tried to make it funny while also getting my point across that if you don't want to support me because I'm no longer dancing for free. You know, I'm not just taking this as a hobby. I'm trying to make this my, I've been grinding with this being my 9 to 5 on top of us having a business, on top of me having 2 kids that I have to chauffeur around and be a mom to, on top of taking care of my household. I've been trying to make this, my main gig. You know what I'm saying? So for some people to come on my page and have something to say because I'm now starting to reap the benefits of what I've been sowing is just beyond my wildest imagination of what people could be coming on our page with. But you know what? Some people never cease to amaze me. I'm astounded. I'm flabbergasted on the daily. So for those people, I know if you're listening to this, I know it's not one of you, but I just felt I needed to like come on and vent because I'm like, is this real life? Are people really that upset? Or is it the fact maybe you are listening to this and maybe it does annoy you? I don't know. I don't know who I'm talking to. You know what I'm saying? Look at yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at yourself. People, who come on day in and day out on social media as content creators like that I think some people don't really appreciate or recognize the amount of hard work, time, dedication that it takes to do that. And some people are on there as just it's their hobby. But I've been doing a lot of things off of social media, such as my live shows and things like that. So like this for me is like my livelihood, right? Like this is beginning to pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? So for you to come on and say like I don't deserve that or like give an attitude as if like, oh, now all of a sudden you're going to be doing like paid ads and you're going to have ads on your page. Oh, like, oh, excuse me that I'm no longer dancing for free. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That pissed me off this week. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. On top of it, I think I'm just a little stressed out. I'm starting off on a pissed off note. Okay. Bear with me here. We'll get to the laughs in a moment. I know I told some of you about my doggy Harper, my golden retriever. She has osteosarcoma. So it's like up in her nasal passage, like where her tumor is. It's like up in her nasal passages. And um it's starting to progress. So I'm starting to see like she's failing. And it was one of those things where like we got her diagnosed back in October and that hit me like a ton of bricks. I was devastated. For anybody who has a dog, I'm sure you understand what I'm talking about. They're our family. You know what I mean? And she is such a good girl. I mean, when I tell you perfect dog, sent from heaven, sent from God himself, like angel baby girl, could do no wrong ever. So for her to be for her to have this, and now I'm starting to like sit with myself and watch her and be like, is she suffering? Because I feel like she's the type And Goldens are just this breed too. Like they will literally hide it, you know, but I'm starting to see, like, I keep telling her, like, girlfriend, let mommy know, like, when it's your time, when you want to go. Like, I don't want you suffering longer than you need to. But it's like the worst thing that I have to make that decision before she's like, you know, like my two dogs growing up, like we kind of found them dead. So it was kind of like, you know, beyond our control. It's not like we had to go and get them put to sleep. At least I don't think we did. I know my one dog, I had Snuggles and Rusty. They were two little miniature poodles. I know Snuggles we found dead. My brother did. He was like 7. And he was like, Mom, Snuggles is stiff. It's horrible to laugh about it, but thinking back, it was a little crazy. But it, you know, that kind of like it was done. You know what I mean? Like they went on their own. I have to make this decision for my dog to say, okay, like, you know, it's your time. And it's just so, oh, it's been such a rough week. I've been watching her, like a couple days she didn't eat. I think it's getting a little harder for her to open her mouth. It's just like where her tumor is at. It's in such a tricky spot where it's like blocking off her breathing out of her nose and also preventing her from opening her mouth. So like the vet did tell me eventually, like she won't be able to eat. And it's like, I'm not going to sit here and watch her starve to death. I'm not going to let her, you know what I mean? Like I will not let this angel baby girl suffer for 1 second. But like, it's just really, I'm getting to that point. So like we got her diagnosed in October. And like I said, that hit me like a ton of bricks. But now we've kind of had this time. And honestly, like there's really nothing you can do for osteosarcoma. And I went down the road of looking up like chemo and radiation for dogs. And a lot of the threads for that was just nothing I wanted to get my dog involved in. And a lot of the people were like, it really didn't give us much more time with her. You know what I mean? Like all said and done, a lot of people have regretted their decision of doing that to their dog. And I feel like I'm more at a point now where it's like, okay, quality of life over quantity of life. You know what I mean? You know, we decided just let her live out her best baby girl life. And that's been October. And she really honestly, like for a while now, like you would have never known. She started like to where she just constantly sounds congested. And like we joke about it sometimes because she sounds like a little piggy. So, but other than that, like her normal self, people come in, she's, you know, excited. She's out chasing the bunnies. Like you would not know she is sick. But this week for me, um, it's I'm starting to see a little bit of a decline. So I don't know. I think I need to reach out to the vet. But I know, like, for those of us listening with dogs, like, it's such a hard decision to have to let go. And she's 7 years old. We got her around the same time that I had JoJo. We moved into our new home. So right away, I'm like, new home, new baby. JoJo was like maybe 3 months when we moved in. I'm like, of course, next thing on the docket, new dog. We got Harper in like March or April. I think we did. Was it? Yeah, I think it was spring. I forget. But JoJo was like 5 months old. So I had a 5 month old. I had a puppy. And then I had a new home that we were, you know, settling into. Crazy. I know. But she's been such a blessing to our life. And it's just been a really sad week watching some things. And, you know, it's like having the realization that this is real. Because I think having this much time, like osteosarcoma in dogs, it actually kills them really quickly because it's usually in a joint or like a bone that is mobile. So like their leg, and then all of a sudden it eats away at their bone and they no longer have their leg. And then it ends up spreading to their lungs and things like that. And you like I looked up life expectancy for this type of cancer and it's like 3 to 5 months. I'm like, holy shit. So we've had her since diagnosed since October. um, she's probably had it long. We didn't realize it because it started with a lump in the roof of her mouth, and it started with bad breath. I was like, girlfriend, your breath is horrible. I happened to look into her mouth the one day, and there she had a golf ball size lump in the roof of her mouth. So that's how we found it. But thinking back, how long she had the bad breath was like through that summer. So she's probably had this for like about a year now, almost coming. So if I can say any positive about having this type of cancer that she has is where it's at, the fact that it's in her skull and it's an immobile joint, gave us more time with her. But now, like I said, I'm coming down to having to make that quality over quantity decision for her. And she's given me signs that, just like watching her, like she's starting to look pitiful when she's sitting there breathing. She just looks worn out, and I don't know. I don't know. So keep my baby girl in your prayers. Please, please keep my baby girl in your prayers. I think I'm going to call the vet today and see, what we should do. What we should do. I've kind of just been leaning on them for support of, because it's kind of like, is it too soon to do anything? Is it the right time? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I've never been in this position, Now, meanwhile, we have Cliff, our elder dog, who, that dog, if we ever got nuked, it will be the cockroaches and Cliff. That dog is not even a normal shape anymore. He's got so many lumps and bumps, fatty tumors everywhere. His teeth are rotted out of his head. He's blind in one eye. His other eye is like pretty much glazed over. I don't know how he sees out of that. He can't hear. He lives off of pond water and dirt. He licks the dirt in between the cracks in the yard and eats it. He eats the mulch. That dog is living purely off of substances that he should not be ingesting. But I'll tell you right now, it's keeping him going. He's 15. We've had him for 15 years now. We've had him. I think he'll be 16 the end of this year. And I take him to the vet, and all the time they're like, he's doing great. He's in great shape. What are you doing with him? I'm like, he sleeps pretty much 20 hours out of the day, wakes up to shit, piss, and eat. Like, we're not doing anything. We're just letting him live his best life while drugging him with trazodone as well. So, I have Cliff, who will probably survive until he's 35 years old. And then I have my baby girl, Harper, who is being taken away from me too soon. So, like I said, not to depress everybody, but, I like to keep it real. I like to, I want you guys to be, this podcast is to give you a laugh, yeah, but it also gives you a deeper look into my life as well sometimes. I feel like we've grown a relationship with one another where I can share those things with you, and I want to share those things with you. So please if you're a praying type, if you're a good energy type, if you're a healing type, whatever it is that you may be, send all the good thoughts, prayers, and vibes my way for my baby girl Harper, and for me, that I make a good decision for her. Having to separate my emotion and feelings behind doing what is right in the moment, knowing that doing the right thing means her not being here anymore, is really hard. So, all right, let me stop because I don't want to cry. Just say a prayer for her, please. All right, quick sponsor break, if you don't mind. This episode is brought to you by Stampone Law, a Philly-based personal injury firm that's been fighting for local families and people since 1984. Okay, talk about a throwback. They're the kind of attorneys who grew up around here, and they ain't afraid to go up against the big insurance companies. I'll tell you that right now. When someone gets hurt, they're there for you, okay, with bells on, baby. They're the kind of attorneys who grew up around here. They don't take no shit, and they're not afraid to go up against those big insurance companies when someone gets hurt. So if you've been in a car accident, had a slip and fall, if you're dealing with something like a medical malpractice or wrongful death, I'm telling you right now, they got the experience to help you get what you deserve. They offer, get this, free confidential consultation so you can understand your options without any pressure or monetary, obligation. So if you or someone you love was hurt because of someone else's negligence, make sure you got the right team in your corner. Check them out at stamponelaw.com. Okay. I'm telling you, going back to the people who just expect me to dance for free is just beyond my wildest. Okay. I'm craving a hot dog from Costco. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this, but it deserves mentioning again. It really does, because I will tell you, the last couple of times I've been to Citizen Bank Park, I haven't been too thrilled with their hot dogs. Okay, so if anybody works there, hear me out. I don't know what yous are doing. I think what yous need to do is go back to wrapping the hot dogs in the tin foil. Because now they come in the plastic containers, which can be convenient, when you need to put if you're one that likes to put condiments on the side, or you got your fries and you want to put your ketchup in there. It's convenient, but I think what's happening here is it's making the bottom, there's air's getting in or something. It's making the roll stale. The bottom of the roll specifically. The top's fine, but the bottom of the roll is hard as a rock sometimes. And I just haven't been, it hasn't been good. It hasn't been good. Okay. And I'm here to just tell you, I'm looking to help you improve. I'm giving you, what is it? Constructive criticism. All right. So whoever's in charge of the roll freshness of the hot dogs at Citizen Bank Park, just giving you a little feedback. The bottom of the rolls are hard as a rock, my friend. I usually just leave that. I eat like around it and just leave the bottom. But that, I should be able to enjoy my whole hot dog, considering you no longer do, the dollar dog nights, and we have to pay a lot of money for hot dogs. I expect to be able to ingest the entire thing. So that being said, I was in Costco the other day, and I honestly, like, the more I talk about this, I'm literally going to wrap up this recording and drive to Costco just so I can get a hot dog. I meant to go there with my husband because we're also looking for patio furniture out front. If anybody knows of like a good patio furniture place that isn't trying to like ass rape me, I feel like it's one spectrum to the other. Like, it's either cheap shit or like I'm paying more than I paid for my couch, which I'm not doing. So I need to find a happy medium place of where I can get some decent furniture that doesn't look cheap. And listen, I'm willing to spend, couple thousand, but like some of these sets, now I know expensive taste too. So my fault for having expensive taste, but like 6 G's for like a set. Now, mind you, if we had our yard finished, like we're planning on getting our yard redone. If my yard was finished, then yeah, maybe I would want to spend that much money. But right now, I'm not doing it. So I need to find like a happy medium. So me and my husband were out on the prowl yesterday. I was like, let's go to Costco. We ended up going to like all the other stores looking at patio furniture. Didn't like nothing. Never made it to Costco. Now I wish I did because I know I would have gotten a hot dog. I went there a few weeks ago just to get like the kids' school snacks and stuff. And I was like hungry. Now, I will tell you, the way I filled up with so much pride that there is still something good to be said about retail in our world. $1.50 for a hot dog and the crisp. Now, let me be more specific. $1.50 for the most amazing, juicy, plump hot dog that I have ever laid my lips on. Oh God, I don't know what's going to happen about that, but I'm telling you, the best hot dog I've ever had. Of course, I had the Holy Trinity ketchup, mustard, relish on it, and the crispiest soda that I have ever drank. $1.50. When I saw that, I thought for sure there was a glitch in the matrix. I'm like, there's no way this is $1.50. Sure as shit it was. I checked it. I welled up with tears. I thought to myself, this is America. By God, this is America, where we can pay $1.50 for a goddamn, not to mention the hot dog. Now, I'm digging myself deeper. If you're watching me right now, but the hot dog was like this. I mean, I'm not talking no hot dog like this. I'm talking like this. Okay? Bad boy. Worth writing home about. Worth having a conversation with your girlfriends. Like, hey, well, you know what I'm saying? Like, delicious. Delicious. Plump, juicy. The roll, soft, not hard on the bottom. $1.50. That is what America's all about. Bring that back. Bring it back. It should be across the board anywhere you go. $1.50 for a hot dog and a soda. I'm telling you right now. I'm going. I've decided. I'm going right after this. I'm going to Costco. I've been crazy. It's all I've been thinking about. So it didn't even make it in the house. I came home. I ate it in the driveway. I shouldn't even say ate it. I made love to it. Okay. I'm just going to go all the way with this innuendo. You know, whatever the word is for, it's like, you're talking about a hot dog, but really you could be talking about something else. I made love to it in the driveway. I didn't care who saw me. I didn't care who saw me. Let them talk. Let's give them something to talk about. Let's give them something to talk about. When I'm telling you, I got something to talk about. Things like this. Plump and juicy. Hit the right spot. Taking my ass there. Whew. All right. I just thought I'd bring that up. If you have a Costco in your area, do yourself a favor and give your mouth the orgasm it deserves. And I'm telling you, and listen, Costco didn't sponsor me for this, okay? This is me talking about it for free. All right? You people with your fucking opinions. Damn it. But I'm telling you, go to Costco. Get yourself a hot dog and a soda. Oh my God, I can't wait. Can't wait. Now, if you see my video from Take Your Daughter to Work Day, we took the kids. Joe took JoJo to the store, our restaurant. Took him to the depot, showed him everything he did. Sure as shit, that boy got a paycheck. Oh, he made sure. He said, Dad, you do pay on Monday, right? He's like, yeah. He's like, am I getting a paycheck? I said, that's right, baby, because you don't work for free. So he did. He got a paycheck for his work that he helped his daddy with at work. And Anna went with me to film some content. She got off easy. Okay. She got to go shopping and make herself a hat to wear in the pool down the shore for free. Okay. So shout out to Red Gravy Goods. Thank you so much for treating us. If you're in South Philly, they're right by Pat's and Gino's. Red Gravy Goods. Anything and everything that you could ever want. Philly themed, Phillies themed, Eagles themed. I'm telling you, South Philly themed Italian. If you just love South Philly Italian shit, take your ass down there. But it's really cool. They have hats that you can like customize with, like, they have all these different patches. I mean, you could just buy the patches and bring them home and iron them on whatever you want, but they have a really cute hat selection, and then you can customize them with all these patches. So I'm going to be going back because I could have been there all day choosing patches. So I thought, let me start out with this and I'll add on as I go. So took her there, and on the way home, we heard a church bell ringing. Now, my child, I want to preface this by saying she's a very intelligent girl. She gets literally A's, maybe one B every now and then. Okay. She hears this church bell ringing and she looks over at me and she goes, is that the Liberty Bell going off? To which I look at her and I'm like, are you kidding me? But then it dawned on me. She's never saw the Liberty Bell. Then it dawned on me even more. And this might be like a gasping moment for all of you, because I know some of you look at me and you're like, she's a Philly gal through and through. I have to be honest, and I have to call myself out on this. Your girl has never seen the Liberty Bell in person. I've never been there. I've never been downtown. I've driven through Old City in that area, but I've never been downtown in the area where, it's like Alfred's Alley. I've visited Alfred's Alley. I've never visited the Betsy Ross house. I've never been there. I've never been there. I know. This is like news for all of us, and it's sad and depressing, but it's the truth. I've never been to the Ben Franklin Post Office, Carpenter's Hall. I've never been anywhere. Independence Hall. I've never seen anything. I've never seen anything when it comes to our country's history that was founded in our city of brotherly love. I'm calling myself out. I've never done it. And I thought, what kind of parent am I that I can't even give her a little history buff lesson in this moment as we're in the car, as she's hearing a bell ring and thinks that it's the goddamn Liberty Bell. So I made her Google it because I was like, you need to educate yourself in this moment. Google it and let me know what it says. I pulled the whole, I know what it is. You need to find out what it is. Meanwhile, I didn't know. I didn't know because I've never been there. Disgraceful. So I want to let everybody know, okay, because I'm holding myself accountable. If anybody else is the same way as me, like, you know what, Amanda, I've never been down there. I've never been to Independence Hall. I've never seen the Liberty Bell. I've never seen Betsy Ross' house. I've never seen where Ben Franklin's buried. I never put a penny on Ben Franklin. Actually, I have seen where Ben Franklin was buried. I've walked by there. I'm lying. But the post office, Carpenter's Hall, Alfred's Alley. I think I've been to Alfred's Alley, so I'm lying about that too. I want to take a history tour, so I found one online. Due to it being the 250th anniversary this year, if you are in the Philadelphia area and you want to learn about our country's history, which was founded in the city of Philadelphia, go on. I found it, thefoundingfootsteps.com, and you can take a tour, a historic. Now, this is their America's semi-quincentennial, which is their way of saying 250th anniversary Old City Historic Walking Tour. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be doing. So you can trace the footsteps of our founding fathers through the streets and landmarks of historic Old City. We start with the final resting place of our city's most famous founding father and work our way back in time. The energy and passion of our storytelling will bring new life to the rich history of our nation's birthplace. All walking tours require a minimum of 4 people. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's what I will be doing. And I'm holding myself accountable because I thought first of all, it's a great thing to do in the summertime, right? I'm going to try to get it in before the 4th of July, just so it's like festive and something to do leading up to the 4th of July with my kids. They'll be out of school, so we can do it during the week. And the weather won't be that bad in June. But I'm doing this. I'm holding myself accountable because I said, God damn it, I have never done this. And shame on me. Shame on me. I mean, really. I talk all this shit about being a Philly girl. I've never been to the Liberty Bell. I've never seen where my girl Betsy sewed her little house. I've driven by it, but I've never gone in and I've never learned about her. Okay? Never learned a goddamn thing about her. I mean, I'm sure I've learned shit in school about her, but do I remember it? No. I seldom liked history, only certain things. And for some reason, I don't remember that. So I'm re-educating myself. I'm going to educate my children on our nation's history, which was founded in the city that they were both born in. I'm holding myself accountable. So get online, get yourself a history tour. And it's a nice reason. I know there's going to be a lot of people coming in to visit Philly this summer, because we have a lot of things going on. There's a lot of events because of the 250th anniversary. So put this on your to-do list. It'll be something fun to do with the kids. Walk outside. There's a lot of nice restaurants and places to go to eat, around that area. It's really old. I love Old City. I love it. I love the feel of it. You could feel the history, like just walking around down there. You can feel the history. And while you're down there, take yourselves to, I don't know if the history tour talks about this, but there's Franklin Fountain, which is an ice cream place. Everything is from like the late 1800s, early 1900s. I mean, it might be late 1800s. When I talk about stepping in time, everything in there is like an antique. It's beautiful. And then 2 doors down, they also own Shane Confectionery, which is the oldest confectionery in the country. Get your ass in that store and buy yourself chocolates. You just get an assortment. Get an assortment and thank me later. I'm definitely taking myself down there once again. I did a whole tour there and lost the footage and didn't have the heart to tell them something happened with my camera and nothing was recorded. I was absolutely devastated. So shame on me, Shanes, for not giving you guys the shout out. I went there. They gave me a tour. I got to see, like, they use like the original, like how from the machinery that they've used from the early 1800s to create this chocolate. They still use to this day. It's amazing. They took me throughout I got to fold up a chocolate and package it. Gone. Poof. Footage gone. Content gone. I was sick. I don't know what the hell happened. Mercury must have been in the microwave. But my apologies, Shane. But I'm telling you, if you're in Philly, check out Shane's Confectionery. It's right down the street from Franklin Fountain. Delicious if you have a sweet tooth. All right. Before we wrap up, let me do a quick shout out to BTA Sports. All right. MLB season is here. Don't get me started with the Phillies. But before you even think about placing an MLB bet this season, do yourself a favor and check out the BTA Sports app. I'm telling you right now, it is like a cheat code. They use AI to set their lines, and they have insights on every game and every player. You can build parlays, use their one quick daily fantasy optimizer. It is basically a cheat code for you. It gives you that reassurance that, you know what, you might want to not put that bet in, or you know what, you got a good chance of this coming out in your favor, my friend. Get ahead. You know what I mean? So go download PTA Sports on the App Store or Google Play and see what I'm talking about. Okay, the link will be in the description. If you are a Google player, use the checkout code Amanda215. All right. Before we wrap up, I just have a quick question that I would like everybody to just ponder about, because the more I see these creatures on the street, the more I'm convinced that they are really not who they portray themselves to be. And that question is, are pigeons real? Are pigeons real? I am starting to become a firm believer that pigeons are not real. I mean, I think they used to be real. I don't ever see them eat anymore. Like, they're there. You just see them like sitting and doing their like pigeon thing and just looking around. I mean, that's all I don't ever see a dead pigeon anymore. Do you ever see a dead pigeon? I don't ever see a dead pigeon. They're there, and then they're not. They're not up in a tree. I never see pigeons in trees. I mean, am I wrong? Am I wrong? I don't know. I was somewhere recently and we actually fed the pigeons. They didn't eat it. They walked away from it. Pecked at it. Walked away from it. Back in the day, when the real pigeons were around, you couldn't throw nothing without a flock of pigeons coming down and fist fighting over that little piece of whatever you throw. When I tell you, the other ones weren't even interested. Something's up. Something is up. Something's not right. And I'm telling you right now, the goddamn pigeons are not who they say they are. I'm going to leave this open-ended. I'm not going to dive too deep into it because you know what? I'm ranting a little too long this week. But I want you to let me know. Start observing. We'll check back with the pigeon bit. Okay? Let me know. Start looking. Start observing. Start watching. Maybe you haven't even given it thought because we're just so used to pigeons being real. Because I do believe that pigeons were a real thing at one time. Now they're not. I'm telling you, they're not real no more. They're no longer real. I feel like they're spies. Hear me out. I feel like they're spies. Some people think they're aliens. I don't know. I've been on a Reddit post thread or two. Okay, I've been down a few rabbit holes. Some people say they're alien spies. I think they might be government spies. Keeping an eye on us. Picking up sounds. Listen, I don't know. All I know is I never see them eat. I never see them like they're just perched up in certain areas acting weird. And then they're not there. What's going on? I don't know. I will tell you what's going on May 24th, though. Your girl at Live Casino. Come out and see me. Start off the patriotic year or summer of our nation's anniversary, the semi-quincentennial, I think it is, 250th. Come start it off the right way. Come see your girl May 24th, Sunday, May 24th, Live Casino. Links for the tickets will be in this description, or you can check it out in the link in my bio. If you're not following me on Instagram, what are you doing? Amanda Yoa Comedy. Come out and see your girl. I'm headlining. I got my boy DJ Gabe and Pam from Port Richmond opening up for me. It's going to be a good time, hon. I'm telling you right now. You're not going to want to miss it. So come on out and see us. All right? I think that's all I got going on. I will have some upcoming shows coming up. The summertime, you're going to see your girl down Wildwood. So buckle up for that. We're going to be back at Soul Joel's at one point, I believe, summer. So good things on the horizon. Just let me get my shit together and get it all ready for you. All right? Until next time, love you, mean it.